check it out. That's right, guys. FMS F4U V3 1700mm Corsair. The big dog. You can see the size of this box this is a 6-foot table. It's big and it's awesome, and I'm stoked about it. Big honking 6S Warbird, retracts, flaps, lights, the full house deal. Pretty stoked. I've never had a Corsair this big. We've got a couple smaller ones. Make sure you check out my videos on those. But dude, look at this monster. It's probably upside. Oh, good. It's not upside down for you. Bonus. So it's got an 80 amp hobby wing ESC. It says 18 star 11 4-blade propeller. Must be 18 inch maybe. You guys can tell me. But anyways, you guys have probably know more about it at this point than me, so let's go ahead and get in there, see what you get. I have not taken it out of the box yet. I wanted to be just as impressed as y'all right out of the gate. Oh, they got her packaged like a boss. Final. Great success. So, here's how she is in here. Obviously this box is split, or the packaging. So let's go ahead and start cutting some of this tape so we can get this bad boy out of here. I cannot wait to see this thing. So right on the top here you got your manual. Got one big honking wing. Look at those gear doors. Again, all the linkages are on. Got to love that. Really stoked about. Look at these sweet gear doors on there. Split flaps. Oh heck yeah. This thing is beautiful. Handle lines. Look at the girth nation on that baby, huh? Sweet. I see a light here in the front. Big honking gun ports. You tell I'm excited? Okay, moving on in here. What else we got? We got stuff right here. Got some propeller blades. They're big. Got some decals there. Pretty awesome. We got something in here. We got some more parts. Maybe a wing joiner. Not sure yet. I guess we'll find out once we get to that point. Okay. Oh. Here we've got a couple little spars. Now let's cut this box in half and see what's in the bottom. That's where the magic's going to happen, I'm telling you. Don't forget, guys, down below, I got links. Got links for discounts, save you money. Free money. I don't see anything in there. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. We got some missile racks. That's cool. Love it. I'm a sucker for little scale bits like that. Up in here we've got, looks like probably a rudder, which we do. Okay, interesting. In here, have a huge horizontal stabilizer with elevators. All made it look like real. Servos installed, heck yeah, love it. I'm running out of space here already, and we're not even into the big parts. Really sweet detailed drop tank. What else in there? Another one for the other wing. Here's a little spinner. Got a little rip happy there. Left some geese on there. Okay, anyway, put that there. Obviously, we've got the other wing. Same sweet detail. Oh, this is going to fly so good, I can just tell. Bigger always flies better, guys. Oh, prop hub is in here. Look at the size of that thing. That's going to be so sick. Oh, this thing is beautiful. Let's see if I can get this tank out. Okay, so the other tank for the other wing. Sorry, I'm kind of running out of space here. I was not prepared for the size of this bad mamma jamma. That is beautiful. Get the detail on that. You got the pilot, he's in there. I don't know if you can see, we'll show you later, but he's got a cockpit. It's got gauges. We've got antennas. We've got bits all over. Stoked. Alright, let me get a stand out here, clean up my mess, and then I'll show you how to build this bad boy. Okay, starting to make some sense of the madness here. One thing I just noticed also, you don't see a wheel hanging down, do you? That's right, it's retractable. Love that. Love that. The hatch for this, sorry, it's not quite fitting on my stand as good as I'd hoped. It's pretty big. Little round dude here. Boing. There you go. Hatch comes off. Lots of space up in there. Look at that. Okay, good deal. Alright, let me get to looking at the manual. Where do we start? Alright, so first order of business in the manual is the wing. So you're going to take your spars, join the wing together, and then you're going to feed the cable in through here, the cables, and put your wing joiners, front and rear wing joiners will go on with 4 screws. See here, so one is thicker than the other, so the deeper one will go in the front, the shallower one will go into the back. Okay, nice and snug. Piece of cake. Here you can see where the ordnance or the drop tanks, I believe, go on. So they just got these little notches. They'll just drop in there and click back. Cool effect. And then the missile racks will screw on out here. Okay, next up we're going to put the horizontal and stuff on. Here's the elevator connections are in here. You're going to plug those in, drop 3 screws in. So you've got some short and long screws. They'll be the longer ones. And 3 of those. And then that will be complete. Then you can install the horizontal and the 3 screws. Now the rudder, you can see these little clippy deals here. There's a rod in there, and it'll just kind of snap into place. There we go. Okay, just want to make sure it's centered, and that was my deal. I think I was a little bit off on the bottom one, but good tug, we're good. Now the linkage on the other side. Just goes into the outside hole. Get the rudder straight, and then you're going to have to adjust this to fit. Granted, what you should do, and I think what I'm going to do before I get too crazy here, is I'm going to hook up the radio system and make sure that that is centered, because it may not be centered right now, and then that's not going to make it any easier to do this. So we'll hold off on that until the receiver is installed, which most likely is about the next thing, other than it says to build the prop and do those things. We'll do that, but we'll get the radio set up without the propeller on it just for safety. Alright, so the propeller hub here, here's the big hub piece, which is 2-piece. So this metal piece is threaded, that will fit into the back. Then your blades obviously will fit in here like such. And you'll only put, I'll show you here, so the outside screws will go in, and those will be the shorter ones. Okay, there's one, so you'll repeat the process for all the blades. All right, we got all those in. So you want to make sure that they're all biting into this plate, and you don't want to just crank one down all the way. Get them all started and kind of work your way around, because otherwise the plate will get crooked and they'll get hard to go. They just go in there a little bit till they're almost flush. So not too much there, but anyways, next thing you'll do is put the outer hub piece on. Then you'll put the longer screws in and repeat the process. Okay, just slowly work your way around. Again, same kind of deal. Get them squared up in there, making sure they're in the deal, and they just barely come flush. So that's all that's to that. Now you do get some really sweet Hamilton stickers, stick out in the middle of the blades, and then that completes the prop. Always balance your propellers, guys. Takes just a second. You never know. I mean, they could be perfect, they could not, but it's an easy way to find out. So once you're done with that, the prop will go on. Then you put on the spinner, or the washer, the nut, crank it down, and then the spinner. But we're going to do that after we get the receiver bound up and everything working there first. Alright, so the next thing to do here would be hook up receivers and stuff. Checking all the wires here. Gear, throttle, elevator. So the wires for the ailerons and flaps that come through, let me fish these out here and I'll show you what we got to do here. So on top of this board that's in here, man, that's hard to reach. Probably should make sure you can reach them before you secure your wing, just in case they're not sticking out enough. But anyways, these ones coming off the wing, there's a green board in here, and it is where these will plug in. And let me figure out how to show that to you guys, because this thing's so big. So you see right there, these guys here, just simply going to plug into that board like so. Okay, now we're going to hook up our receiver. Let me get a model set up in my radio, and we'll bind this up and we'll see what happens. Okay, took no time at all with the iX20. So hold down the button, plug it in.
Binding. Bind complete VSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry.
Just like that, y'all. Now we can do that. While this is figuring out the telemetry, now we can hook up that rudder linkage and get that taken care of. There we go. It's got a tiny bit of right rudder in it. That's where I'm going to click it on. Okay, good. I'm going to need some for that massive prop anyway. Alright, everything is bound up and working. I had to reverse a couple things, but let's calibrate the ESC. So while it's hooked up, disconnect, full throttle, connect it back up. Once it beeps, there we go. Beauty. Now it's nice and tight. Throttle kill. Good to go. So now I'm going to get the receiver mounted in here. Find a nice little spot to tuck it. And then we'll CG. And then we'll put the prop on and then we'll CG it. Let me get the battery secured and I'll show you the sweet gear on this thing. Alright, check out this gear. It is awesome. Sequence doors, I mean, come on. Steerable tail, sick. Look at these flaps. Split, pretty awesome. Beautiful, beautiful thing. These wheels are huge. This is going to be so nice off grass. Stoked. Alright guys, so I got the throws set. Elevator high was 20, low was 16. Aileron high was 18, low was 14. Rudder says high is 24, low is 20 millimeters. Got all that done, triple rates, got the flaps set up, got flight mode set up, so the elevator and ailerons I can trim with the flaps indefinitely in flight. Make sure you check out my video on that. I put the little stickers on the prop, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on, because everything else I know is set up and done. Need to get a crescent wrench for that, but then this will screw on and complete the package there. And then there's one little scale bit here. There's a really nice looking pitot tube, and that goes on the end of that wing over there, just out of your view. Let's get you in view. So right here is threaded insert, and it will spin into place. It's nice that they threaded this, because you can take it off when you transport it and not break it off, right? Because you know it's inevitable. Center of gravity. It measures out to be basically on this back panel line here. I took a little punch and put a little line, a dot in there, and a little dot kind of in the middle. So the range is kind of in that area. I haven't flipped it upside down and CG'd it yet because I wanted to get the prop on, but that'll be the next step for me. And then, like I said, throws are set, everything else is set. Oh wait, we're not quite done yet. I almost forgot about all the ordnance. So again, these things here just slip in like so. That's easy. Now these missile racks, if you'll look at them, you'll see they're slanted. So they're slanted for which wing they go on. You'll see this square, and then there's a screw in there. That's the screw that's going to hold them in place. So if you want to install them, you'll pull the screw out, put the correct one on the correct wing, and screw that back in. I'm kind of leaning towards putting them on because I think they look cool. So let's do it. So it just takes a Phillips to get these out. Okay, once you get the screw out of this, the Phillips screw, these things are very, very hard to get off. Mine had, like, you can see, it's kind of like painted, glued in place. So I just took my little tiny knife and went around the seam and kind of worked it loose, and did finally get it off. So then the racks will just go right in place. You'll put the Phillips screw right back in and crank her down, and repeat on the other side. Alright, there's a good look at her with everything on there. So you'll just bring these with you to the field or whatever if you want to take these off or not. So very cool. At least these come off pretty easy. These you need a Phillips screwdriver, but just the added coolness on there is just, I dig it. Alright guys, there you go. I hope you found that useful. Hope it helps you. Don't forget, the FMS codes I have down below will save you a bunch of money. I don't know how else to show you just how amazing this thing looks. But we're going to show you in the air, that's for sure. So like, comment, subscribe, check out the links down below. If you're interested in one of these, you get quite a bit off. So don't forget my discount codes. And next time you see this bad boy, we'll be at the field. So appreciate you guys watching this. Let's go maiden this bad boy.